Welcome back to yet another episode of I Got Cards, and I can't tell you where I got them from, but thank you. Need a better series name. Or when the video goes up and it just says cards from the local place. Number 3. I might as well tell you now. You're going to figure out. The theme is reverse holofoil. It was a theme of old cards, but I'm slowly accepting that I have a bunch of the ones that I was going to find there, because I have all, well, not all, but a lot of the jungle base set fossil. Until I decide that it's a good business decision to purchase, like, every single base set 2 card, then we have bigger problems. Here's a Jumpluff reverse holofoil. Next we got a Relicanth reverse holofoil. Then we got a Vibrava reverse holofoil. Here's a random card that my dad didn't steal yet. 2021 Japanese Gardevoir that I've never seen before. It's very beautiful. Sorry, trying too hard to give myself thumbnail options. Drizzile. Not sure what's going on in this man's face. Does he have one eye, or am I missing something? Don't know. Who's this even evolve into? Sobble, Drizzile. I don't remember. This isn't Quaquaval. This is a different generation. I don't remember. Reverse holofoil. You can tell I care. Miltank. Deoxys that isn't a reverse holofoil, because my main binder has a reverse holofoil, so the usual thing of I will put this in the main binder, remove the reverse holofoil to put that into the reverse holofoil binder. There may be more than one of those in this package. We got a Pokeball scaled Dartrix. We got a Fighting Energy scaled Conkeldurr. This one's different. I got a holofoil of an Empoleon, because the Empoleon in my binder is one of those World Championship cards, and I might have a new home for that card by getting this. Starmie reverse holofoil. I had 2 choices, but the other one was just blue. I was like, I kind of think I like the art more, but I liked the reverse holofoil pattern less, and I like purple more, so I got this one. If I can even get the reverse holofoil patterns to show off on any of these cards. Here's kind of a big deal. I guess this is my first Rhyperior card, and this is my last card for the Gen 4 binder. Get the holofoil pattern to show off one way or another. There you go, how about that? Not exactly straight on, which, like, of course I would love it if straight on the shine happened because that maximizes thumbnail ability and other stuff. Kyurem reverse holofoil. I was kind of surprised to see that apparently I didn't have one of those, so. Who's that guy? Fraxure? 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 I don't know. I don't know why I sounded like I was speaking a different language when I tried saying that. I just read a notification on my phone, and I sure hope that I'm recording this video in the correct direction. Or else I will be sad. Fracture. Munkidori reverse holofoil. Very late in the book. Basically, it's when I see... Less so this guy. This guy? When I see, like, legendary reverse holofoil cards, I am more likely to go, like, oh, I should check. If it's, like, a base form reverse holofoil and I see one, I'm more likely to just kind of skip past it and be like, nah. This is paying 25 cents a piece, so, like, a reverse rare, a reverse legendary, mythical, whatever this guy is, as with Kyurem a moment ago, well... You're an uncommon, but you're a legendary Pokemon, so I guess that still counts for something. Whatever. Reverse rare, bonus points for feeling better about buying this card, because this is a Revere. Revere. This is a Revere in France. Sorry, I'll shut up. Mienshao. Apparently didn't know. There will likely be a part 2 of this video later on. Okay, so this card? No, this is to go in my main binder. I own the 25th anniversary Cosmoem, Cosmog, Solgaleo, I think, which may have all been from Dulls, and I might even have 2 copies of those, but for some reason I didn't have this one, so... Now we do own this one. Very cool. Chien-Pao reverse holofoil. As with any dark type card, a good luck getting the shine to really show. But well, I bought it anyway, so stuck with it now. Sorry, I'm getting so many cards I've picked up today and been like, there's not 2 in here, right? I'm not trying to steal from local places, which I cannot name. Water. Sorry, I'm really mesmerizing myself with the I can barely see, because all the way up here, this much space, my head is like even higher up than this, but barely, so I can only see like a horrible angle of the phone, and I'm still like, ooh, look at this shine that I can see in the phone. I'm weird. I don't know if I've yet to have anybody be like, oh hell yeah, reverse holofoils. Not that I talk to very many people that care about Pokemon cards, but I'm just the guy with a reverse holofoil binder, and I feel like I might be weird. Sandshrew. Surprisingly didn't have one of those, but also, besides for rares, legendaries, mythicals, sometimes if it's an early generation Pokemon that I find out I don't have reverse holofoil of, I also try to focus on them, so then the front half of the book will look nice. And then we slowly go to the back half of the book, which looks less nice. Or something like that. At least making some progress in some way. If I had a whole generation... See, I kind of, like, just glossed over the fact that I don't even know if I mentioned that I think my Generation 4 binder should be filled with the Rhyperior. But I did get to a point where I was like, I should just ditch the National Dex and have the reverse holofoil National Dex. So I completed Generation... I've also, like, previously completed Generation 1 and 2, but then I took a bunch of cards out to put in the old card binders, so... They used to be complete, and then they weren't for, like, 3 different reasons. Magearna? Sorry, here's another card that's going into the binder for... into the National Dex binder to move a reverse holofoil to another binder. Pecharunt? Currently the last numerical Pokemon, I guess. 1025. Did Nonet do have a Terapagos, but not one of these. I actually have both Terapagos. I think I have a normal and a reverse holofoil. Shocked and maybe still in disbelief that I wouldn't have a Shelgon reverse holofoil, but I don't know, my list said I didn't, so there's that guy. Lickitung, an early generation Mon. Had to focus on that. Drool? Just knows Drool. I have a Staraptor reverse holofoil in the National Dex binder, so I got a normal uncommon to help fill slots and move stuff. Oh, and here's a bunch of stuff that I just genuinely have no idea if I was supposed to buy. Shauna, reverse holofoil, women. Zinnia's Resolve, reverse holofoil, women. Duraludon, my spreadsheet said I have is a JP card, so I got a English baller holofoil Duraludon. Looks pretty cool. I think, I don't know. I can't see it anymore. I slouched down in my chair. Yeah, it's cool, I think. I don't know. Weird Pokemon. Flannery reverse holofoil. Another one that I don't know if I was supposed to get, but 25 cents for a chance to reverse holofoil women. I was like, sure. I guess. Sudowoodo, another one that I would say I'm in disbelief, but after flipping past several of them, I think I checked and it said I didn't have one, and I was like, oh, my bad. Oh, shoot, I forgot I got any XY Evolution cards. Here's an XY Evolution's Magikarp in perfectly fine shape. Go into that collection. Galarian Runerigus. Nobody's getting canceled. It's a different Pokemon. Apparently I didn't have this in the binder. Crobat I also kind of thought I had a reverse holofoil of. There's a reverse holofoil that you can at least see the pattern. I don't know if you can see the shine, but you can see the pattern. The pattern's beautiful. Trying to see if I can even like get a reflection of my angle. These ones kind of just like don't show up, and it's a little bit unfortunate. Here, this one was kind of huge. There is dents in it. There's dents. Let's see. Here, up here. So it's not in perfect shape, but once again, I kind of stand by the idea that, like, especially when I was buying the old 90s pre-2000 cards, like, if they look a little bit trashed, then, like, some of them, yeah, they're they're older than I am, so they should look a little bit fucked up. I wouldn't, well, for 25 cents, it's fine. For too much more than that, I'm not trying to sit here and buy damaged cards, but 25 cents, some of them, like, that have, like, a little bit of a personality. Last one, Hisuian Sneasler, another Pokemon that was apparently not on the binder. That's all of the 25 cent a piece pack. I was ready to stay there for like 3 hours. And then after an hour, I had already made 9 piles of 4 cards, so I was like, whoopsie. I figured I was like already out of money because I only brought $13. And then I picked 2 cards from the $1.99 box, and I was doing math. And I was like, okay, it said I needed like $14.15 or something. I put 1 back, and it said I needed like $13.74.8 something cents. And I was like, that's nice, because I thought I had exactly $13.75 with me. I later found a penny, and I left with 1 penny remaining in my wallet, so I spent a little bit, but which one of these cards is which? I want to show this one first, because I don't know. I think the other one's cooler. I don't know. Not sure. Miss Magus, Miss Magus, Hexamagic. Very cool. Obviously nothing wrong with this card. Full art, very cool. I also saw Yanmega EX, which I thought about, but then I found this card, and when I looked up Yanmega, it was like 50-75 cents, and I think this one was a little bit over $1, so I felt better about spending the 2 on it. I do kind of sometimes look up the TCG Player market price, because I'm like, well, maybe I'll find that on there someday and can get it for cheaper, or I'm throwing slightly less money into the void, or whatever it is. I don't know. Some backwards mind. It makes sense to my brain. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it makes enough sense. I also found this. This seemed like a pretty damn cool find. We got a 9-year-old, I'm assuming, Sun and Moon card. The rare GX. Don't see those much. Think this one, I don't remember how much I saw on TCG Player, but I thought it was cool, and the price was like, sure, go ahead. Might have even been over 2. I don't know. Maybe in the second half of the video I'll be like, oh my god, it's... Sorry, I got mesmerized again. Well, I think that's the end of part 1. Got all these cards. I did, at the end of the TCG Player video, I meant to like shoot the camera over towards this package and be like, oh, later video. And then I ended video and immediately went, whoops, I forgot. So, with the TCG Player video, I was like, I don't know, I'll put them away and come back to you. And then I did it and was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I did it. This one I will. There will be a set the phone camera down. And it could once again definitely be like 12 hours until 18 hours. Might be like 18 hours until I actually lift the phone back up for part 2, because I gotta go fetch all these binders off the shelf, put the cards away, update the spreadsheet so I can pointlessly show things in part 2 that I don't know if we really care about, but I'm doing it anyway because content? I don't know. Not content. That makes me sound like a bad person. Content, conclusion? Yeah, let's go with conclusion. I will soon conclude. See you then. Well, hey, time for the much more complicated part 2. I'm not going to scroll through this whole list probably, but as you can see, I've once again gone through the spreadsheet, listed some stuff as new. I will click down here really quick to the XY Evolution set, where there is 2 cards also listed as new. The first thing I was going to is my main binder, my reverse holofoil card binder. I will point out that we get down here to Gen 4. This entire column is green now, as that binder is full. Well, it's not a binder. Move that over a second. Let's go to the easiest two binders first. The would-be waifu women binder, but my dad has added many other people to it too. So Flannery didn't have a reverse holofoil in here. Zinnia didn't have a reverse holofoil in here. And Gen 6 Shauna didn't have one in here. The only other thing in this binder new of note is Japanese Gardevoir, which I shoved in here on the Gardevoir page. And I moved these pages around, so now there's two more non-shiny Gardevoirs. 3 Curlias on this page, and dear God, Ralts. Alright, so we tossed binder number 1. Binder number 2. The old cards and old styled cards. I have 16 minutes for this recording, so I have to book it. There we go. Magikarp. New in the binder. Nunarino. New in the binder. Main binder. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I don't remember who's new. I wish I had made a list. Oh no. It would have been so much easier if I made a list before I started this part. Alright, scrolling down, scrolling. First new one in this binder is Deoxys, which, as I've explained, not quite new, but that card specifically wasn't in this binder before. It was reverse holofoil, which was shown in a moment in the other binder. This Empoleon is now in here, replacing a World Championship 2008 card, which I brought downstairs because there's a binder that has a bunch of World Championship cards in it for some reason. Continuing the scrolling, Empoleon Staraptor, a non-reverse holofoil is in here now to make room to allow the reverse holofoil going to the binder. Also, since I've just reminded myself, here is Gen 4. Here is Rhyperior, the new one. Right there. Got a freaking... What, he's got a cannon in his arm too? Wasn't enough that we had one? I'm coming all the way back out here just so I can flip 2 more pages and then go look. Nope, never mind. That was the other binder. Most cases, I start the new generation on an entirely new page, but this fool had to be first numerically, and I didn't want to have grass starters, fire starters, water, and water over here. I didn't want to have to move the whole thing over again, so I luckily had one space right here for Victini. Nothing new until Lunala and Magearna, which are where? 792? Right here? Right here? As I was mentioning, I don't know if I mentioned in the video or just adults, 25th anniversary Cosmo, Solgaleo. Now I have the Lunala. And I might even have 2 of them, because there might be some of those in my other binder, but those are my... So here's Magearna in the book. Holofoil. Kind of hard to see, but there. Runerigus. What number are we looking for now? 867. I went too far. Here we got Runerigus. Flip the page. Flip the page. Wait, no. Duraludon replacing a Japanese card. To try to keep this binder English because there might be a Japanese card binder in the future thanks to my dad. Sneasler. And all the way to the back. Closing off the binder for now in position number 1025. Pecharunt. Since I don't think I showed off the shine on that card at all. Not that I know if there is much. Okay, instead of trying to close that one right now, let's just push it back. Pull out this binder. Can I hit the home button and scroll to the top? Bam. It didn't work. Okay. Okay, well, moving on to the reverse holofoil binder. The binder that doesn't show up well on camera. Oh, there you go. There's Sandshrew already. Sandshrew's chilling. Lickitung. I have to go kind of quickly. This is the binder that actually has some cards. There's Lickitung new to the binder. Starmie on the next page, right there. Crobat. Shockingly early in Gen 2. Always a surprise to me. Sudowoodo, right there. Sorry the lighting sucks. Sorry the camera angle sucks. Sorry. Jump off. Towards the end of this generation, I saw a Houndoom that I looked and saw that I already had a Houndoom, but here's Miltank, Moo Moo rolling, Vibrava. We're halfway through my 16 allotted minutes, so hopefully I hurry up. Which isn't looking great since we're in Generation 3 right now. Vibrava right there. Relicanth, shell gone. Relicanth and shell gone, both visible. The Deoxys card, which I moved, is right here. Pretty old, 2011. Staraptor, which I moved, is right there. 2008 card. Next up is Manaphy. A little bit too far. There's Manaphy. Manaphy. Reverse holofoil. Conkeldurr. Right here. Fraxure, Mienshao. We're going to like 620. 611 and 620, yes. There's Mienshao. Still wish that I could ever show this binder off in as pretty as possible. Because if I just flip through the pages like this, it doesn't look that special. It looks like a tiny bit special. See, like every section kind of textured. Fraxure down. Where am I? I skipped one? Sorry, I skipped Fraxure right here. I want to say this binder looks prettier in person, but it kind of... Sometimes I'm just disappointed by it. I think we're in, like, partial sunk cost fallacy. of just like, well, decided I'm gonna do it, so guess what? You're doing it. Dartrix. Magirna. Sorry, I'm making a fool of everything because for some reason you can see the texture more with less light. Drizzile down here. These ones though, oh well, it's because that one doesn't have a texture. These ones. Now you can just see the phone reflection. Alright, stop making a fool of yourself. There's only 2 cards left, so I can make a fool of myself. No, I can't. No fools. Munkidori Pecharunt. Yes, end of the book. Munkidori, right there. Sorry if you barely saw that. Pecharunt? No. Nope, never mind. Munkidori and Shinpo. You right there are the final. Well, I currently have 5 minutes, but we're gonna continue to be stupid. I have to set the phone down for a second. Tear 2 things open. These are not from the card place that I went to today. But we did recently open some packs, so let me see if I can to do anything about this. Not really. How horrible of a stream can I make this? Shanascorch, Gull Fossil, Skarmory, Armor Fossil, Malamar, Marshadow, Relicanth, Gladion's Final Battle. Is this the one that has the reverse holofoil? That's the reverse holofoil. I got a Bastiodon in here that I forgot to do anything about. I didn't even check to see if it's new, but that was cool. And a Mega Slowbro. So, first pack didn't suck. That's awesome. We love that. Sorry the camera angle couldn't be worse. That's my knee. Those are drugs. Don't worry about it. Shuppet. Mankey. A Yukimori card. Shoutouts in the chat. Rion. Electric. Gladion's Final Battle. Ducannon. Pretty nice art. Dark Bell. Maschiff. Another Bastiodon, so it was slightly less funny the second time. But a Mega Excadrill, which I saw was like the highest market price of these random, just the base EX cards. But 2 packs, they were both $4.99, and 2 EX cards from the local BJs, so that's fun. And just so I have something to stare at as I end this video off, there's the 2 cards I got for $1.99 each. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and even better tomorrow. I have got a minute and a half of recording left on this before. I don't want to know what happens. My phone might blow up at any moment. This video quality might suck. I don't know. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching, and love.